Blue is in high power where the celebrities go, of LA County Jail. All right, I got eyes on him. Shout out to my homeboy,
Great Power, the destination of the Stars Ballet County Jail, is operational. I saw him and gave a shout out to my homeboy, the MCU Devil. Lan, you realize that my entire record is violent. Blueface's dad just made a shocking revelation. Can you believe that Wack 100 is supposedly planning to hurt Blueface? According to insiders, Blueface's career was in jeopardy because he was disobeying Wack's control, which resulted in his most recent jail sentence. Rumors indicate that Wack may be planning to profit on Blueface's album sales, following his stem from surprise courtroom encounters with his family to inside information. This clip reveals you won't want to miss any of the juicy drama. Tune in to learn about the scandal that's appending the rap scene. It's the wildest thing I've ever seen, you know. Honestly, I think it gets more bizarre as the narrative progresses. It's evident that Blueface's legal issues are simply making him more of a Blueface. Jonathan Porter handed himself in back in January following a string of legal troubles, one of which involved an attempted murder accusation stemming from an event in Las Vegas. The fight reportedly started over a crude jest about the rapper's car, and then got out of hand when Blueface allegedly discharged bullets at the man's truck. Despite Blueface's denial, the allegations were severe enough to put him in jail. Surprisingly, Wack 100 was the one to announce Blue's surrender on social media without giving any further information. This mysterious fans and followers were kept in suspense by Blueface's behavior, but it was his mother, Carissa Saffold, who finally provided some clarity. She accused Christian rock and rappers Jade and Alexis of being the catalyst for the unrest that resulted in Blueface's arrest. His arrest was already causing controversy, but his incarceration only intensified the drama in his personal life. I am informing you that Blueface's fans are aware of this. Please spread the information. Blue is correct. He hasn't been stabbed to death. Fast forward a few weeks ago, when Blueface's father, Jonathan Porter Sr., paid a visit to his son in jail and made some startling accusations. He broke his silence for a month, claiming that Wack 100, Blueface's manager, might be planning something sinister. Could it be that Wack 100, sensing his control over Blueface eroding, is contemplating a drastic move to regain power? Porter Sr. suggested that there is more than just professional tension between the rapper and his manager. He implied that Wack's recent attempts to manipulate situations, like the fight that Blueface got into while in jail, could be a part of a larger, more dangerous plan. After all, it was a probation violation. Porter SAR hinted that Wack 100 has always had a heavy-handed influence over the rapper, but it appears that this influence is now almost lethal in the jail altercation, which was downplayed as just a little fight that was planned to send a message, because Blueface knows how to fight counting jail. However, what no one expected was for Porter to come forward with such serious accusations, implying that Wack 100's intentions are far more malicious than anyone realized. Blueface's situation in jail is precarious. He's not only has to deal with legal battles, but also with a constant threat of being manipulated or worse by those who should be looking out for him. Could it be that Wack 100 views Blueface as more valuable deceased than the concerns raised by Jonathan Porter Sr. regarding Wack 100, whose true name is Cash? Take on a more sinister aspect. Jones is well known in the hip-hop world, and his past is replete with scandal and accusations. Most notably, his scathing comments about the late Nipsey Hussle and his aggressive interactions with other celebrities have portrayed him as a formidable foe. However, is there more to Jones than meets the eye? Well, when did you start getting arrested? 12 years old, according to Insider, who also revealed that Wack 100 has extensive control over Blueface. The power dynamic has always been unbalanced beyond standard managerial responsibilities. Wack is said to have used his imposing presence and street smarts to keep Blueface in line. Could it be that Wack views Blueface's rebelliousness as a direct challenge to his authority, which is why he is taking these extreme measures? This raises the question of how far Wack is prepared to go in order to keep control over the young rapper. Interestingly, Wack 100's criminal history isn't limited to a string of youthful transgressions, his membership in gangs, such as the Pew Bloods and his period of incarceration in Soledad State Prison for violent offenses, lend further weight to Porter Sr.'s concerning assertions. Declare oneself to be a savage and exhibit an unrestrained, frequently hostile public persona merely served to highlight the possible risk that Blueface might be in. Keep in mind that his moniker signified something completely different back then than it does now, that being Black 100's manipulative. His tendencies aren't limited to his connections with other celebrities. He has also been accused by them of manipulating and abusing people around him. For example, Meek Mill openly denounced Wack for instilling influence in younger gang members and fabricating circumstances to suit his interests. The claims made by Porter Sr. are more serious since this pattern of behavior points to a man who enjoys having power and control. That day, I went on the run for the first time and got my first job in the game, which I wasn't selling. And I got fired in a shocking twist. Could it be that Blueface is just a pawn in Wack 100's larger game? With Blueface's career currently on the verge of collapse, the possibility that Wack is staging events to profit from the rapper's potential demise isn't entirely far-fetched. This chilling notion gains more weight considering Wack's history of controversial statements and actions, which have frequently stirred public outrage and suspicion. Fans have long been drawing attention to Wack 100's problematic actions, particularly in light of his turbulent relationships with those close to Blueface. Christian rock being one prominent example. Wack 100's extended tenure Christian rock rivalry has fueled the issue around Blueface's imprisonment, which was already raging. In recent interviews with Vlad TV, Wack hinted that Blueface's imprisonment was a direct result of ignoring his advice and instead listening to Cran. I told him to stay out of Vegas, but he didn't listen. She pushed him to go back, and now look where he is, Wack remarked. This evident frustration highlights how Wack views Chrisen as a disruptive person. Wack 100 has never shied away from expressing his disdain for Chrisen Rock forcing Blueface to veer off his career path and into legal issues. It's interesting that Christian Rock recently moved back into Blueface's home, a move that shocked fans and prompted a fresh round of criticism from Wack 100 in an Instagram story. I didn't understand it, but that's what made me realize that Blueface is truly in love with this woman. Christine disclosed her strategy, prompting Wack to remark, "We'll see about this. This is my home." He did not inform you of his reaction, which is telling. The only thing I'm saying, my manager, is how deeply ingrained he is in Blueface's personal life and how he sees Kizen's presence as a threat to his authority. How can we keep the personal indoors and off camera? This raises the question of whether Wack 100 truly cares about Blueface's welfare, or if his antagonism to Christianity is a symptom of darker, more sinister intentions.